Okay, so we appear to have fixed our freaking glitches. Let's play this for, I don't know, like an hour. Okay. So we need to build a house, which we can do. Let's put it up towards the front. Why is there a giant rock here? And why is there like a little plant thing and then... Why is there a picture of us in here? That's a good question here. I don't know. I'm into completely converting my entire town into an urban hellscape. I might go with that route. Okay, so we can go up to a resource or a resource. Or we can go to hell. That's true, we are dead. That might be part of the problem. Well, let's go to the resource. Let's see what happens here. Die, gulls. Look, we don't have any resources to pay the shark loan. Enjoy the jujitsu, Eternus. We're in the land of the dead, helping people, ferry people to the beyond. I'm pretty sure we're frickety dead. Like, the first thing that happens is we're on the freaking ferry with Charon. Yeah, we're probably dead. That's not really a spoiler at that point. That's just foregone conclusion. Yeah, exactly. We're Davy Jones if he wasn't a dick. Or the Lich King, if he wasn't a dick. Or Hades, if... Look. Oh, resources. Uh-oh. Oh, geez, there's debris. There's debris everywhere. Loot! Delicious loot. I do love eating loot. I also love getting crap off my boat. Get off my boat. My boat. No dead coral allowed. Ah. What's funny is that's actually exactly what I meant, Lord Hermon. I meant Disney Hades. Why did our cat die? I like how she refuses to talk to us. Ah, whatever. Screw her. Nobody likes her anyways. Let's go over here. And while we're doing that, let's see what we got. Ah! Okay, so we need lightning in a bottle, jelly, limestone. We do have some seeds, but we need to get other stuff to be able to start making things with that. We haven't named the ship yet. What do you think we should name it? The Lore Runner. No. The Lich King. Oh, that's how we fish. The Streamable. Actually, I like that. The Dead Runner, maybe? friend ship. Okay, points for puns. Oh, we got a herring. Okay, I guess we gotta do something else now. The unsinkable. I mean, that's just playing with fate at that point. Yeah, let's just call ourselves Titanic, the unsinkable, invincible ship. Oh, oh, oh. What's going on? Guest house is very pretty. Has your touch. Nice work, as usual. Now at last I have a place to sit down and enjoy the view. Oh, wait. What's going on? Something else is happening. Oh, I should have expected this. I'm actually hungry. Very hungry. You know how terrible a cook I am. But I remember you being absolutely fantastic at. You might have fished a few fish already. Trouble is, I can't eat an entire raw fish. Why not? I could try for sure, but I'll probably choke on a fishbone and never survive. Good! That's not how you want me to go. As absurd as this sounds. So, you should use this blueprint to build a kitchen. Yep. You require bright jelly, and there's only one way to get some. I should have told you when I first met you here. Something scares the hell out of me. A dark presence, and even I cower from it. A void that swallows all, light included. I can take many forms, and for me it's always jellyfish. Yes, I'm aware of the irony. The bright jelly you need for the kitchen, only they can provide you. So there's no other option. I'll have to face my fears. But with you, I can do it. Okay. Well, okay, I guess we'll go deal with some jellyfish in a minute. Limestone. Who? J. Palmer? Call it Voyager. That's just mean. Yeah, you gotta hold on to those, you know, hubris ship names, you know. In Pirates 3? Oh! She would have, worse than died. She probably would have been lost in purgatory forever. Because that's functionally where they were. And she would have had no ship, no boat, no anything. No method to return. No method to go and no method to return. So imagine just kind of floating and or drowning in purgatory forever. And there you go. Yeah, one of these days, we'll finally have a ship that doesn't... Yeah, okay. I have done ruminations on Babylon 5, yes. I don't recommend them, though. They suck. Yeah, time to play Raft. A game I unironically love despite being so terrible. I'm not even sure Raft would review that well. I've played all the way through Raft twice and actually have a third playthrough planned with another friend. I'm not joking. Yeah, no, it's Turbo Sushi. Because it's not a good game. It is objectively not a good game. Its interface is bad. Its controls are bad. When I say it's bad, let me be very clear about this. I want you to imagine that you're trying to loot something, and you pull up a menu, but because of how the menu works, the menu pulls up over the item you're trying to loot, so you can't loot it. The menu blocks itself, if I'm not being clear about this. Oh, this looks fun. Like, it is objectively a bad game. I look forward to my third playthrough of it. Damn, here they come. Remember, set your eyes on the ones with bright jelly. They should be visible enough. That said, pop as many as you can. You'll get glims anyway. I'll wait for you inside. It's just too hard for me to stay out here. Yeah, we have apparently entered hell? Oh, no. Okay, apparently we're supposed to be back on the ship. I don't understand what you want from me, game, but that's okay. Is there combat? Does not appear to be any kind of combat. Love this music. Welcome to hell, sonny lad. Damn the torpedoes! Full speed ahead! Points if you can recognize the quote. Okay, you rocked out there, tumbling and diving like a shooting star, and without the slightest fear nor hesitation. You definitely haven't lost your touch. You gather enough bright jelly to make a kitchen. I'll be patiently waiting, slowly digesting myself. Look, lady. I think we're gonna have a talk about your snark, woman. Person. Place. Thing. Okay, where are my review notes? There they are. There they are. Music. Music. I mean, I'm guessing so. Whoops. That's actually what I wanted to do. Yeah, go ahead and starve to death. Can I... Oh, hey, we can. Check it out. But no, we want a kitchen, like... There we go. Much better. You know, use the kitchen's oven. Should be rather simple. Put any one ingredient in the oven and wait for it to be cooked. You can try these loose corn kernels I've been hanging around in my pockets. Gross! Can't wait to see your cooking glory again. You got this. You say that. Oh, that's the... No, J. Palmer. Why? My God. Okay, I would like to cook corn. Nah, screw that. Let's cook a herring. Let's cook all the herrings. And then we wait. That's right, there's a new Lich King in town. And her name is Stella, I guess. I don't know. And we have to pause the game. Thank you, J. Palmer. I do appreciate your support, even when I suck. And Lord knows today has been some suckitude, let me tell you what. Some of my worst streams in recent memory. That's going towards 24, Season 1. Seek and Destroy. And WoW Kata to Legion. You got it. Thank you again, J. Palmer. Okay. We did get to play WoW. Yeah, no, the thing about WoW, you asked earlier if it's going to review worse than I think it is. You have to understand, I don't have rose-tinted glasses when it comes to WoW. Or anything. I understand that WoW is a flawed game. I understand that there are issues with that game. And there are many negatives I will be giving it. But have you seen my Diablo 3 review? As a reminder, Diablo 3 got more negatives than most games get in terms of points. Total. There's just that much wrong with Diablo 3 that it has more negatives than most entire games get. And yet it's still my second highest rated game I've ever reviewed. That's gonna be WoW, right there. Like, that is exactly what I'm expecting from the review. It's going to have a lot of negatives, and they're going to be buried by the positives. A gameplay negative that WoW will get. Oh, I just mentioned one earlier today, quest design. So WoW is, by and large, very co-op friendly. Except every now and again. And it's individual quests. In fact, as my friends and I have been playing through Cata quests, I have actually been counting and keeping track of which quests per zone do not have proper group sharing. For example, I can tell you right now, off the top of my head, in Stone Talon Peak, there are 3. There are 3 quests that do not share in that zone. Those quests suck. There you go. There's a negative to gameplay right there. But something a little bit more fundamental than that. I suppose there's a bit of an information in-game problem, but every MMO has that issue, so that almost feels like cheating. Like, I'm not sure that counts. Let's see, what else? I just realized I'm thinking on the gameplay axis. Let's think story-wise. Well, no, story's low-hanging fruit. It's easy to come up with a story negative for WoW. Let's see. Gameplay negative for WoW. Gameplay negative for WoW. The new player experience has been smoothed out slightly, but I agree with you that the new player experience, while being the best new player experience in any MMO, still needs some smoothing. And what's funny is I can tell you exactly how to do it, too. In fact, I have. But no, I would agree with that. The new island should be an option, which it is for recurring players, by the way. The new island is also extremely well designed from the perspective of you've never played a video game before. Which, as weird as it may sound, I'm actually in favor of. It's there for people who don't play games. And that's good. That's exactly what that should be, especially for a game with the sheer amount of broad appeal that something like WoW has. But immediately after jumping out of it, being shoved straight into BFA, that's insanity. It doesn't even properly set up the scene. Oh, you know what? This is still more story than gameplay, but I got another one for you. Story flow? There needs to be some kind of in-game interface that says, here's what happens and when. Like, there actually needs to be a menu you pop up that has a timeline of events. Possibly with literal dates and timestamps on it. That says, this is the order of events that the story goes through. Because it's there. There is an actual timeline to WoW. And I don't just mean on the wiki. If you play the quest, if you go through the zones and have lore run to the game like I have, you will see certain quests clearly happen at the same time as other quests, or before other quests, or after other quests. They thought it out. The developers actually designed the timeline of individual quests and playstyle, and which story beats happen where. But nothing in-game really indicates that, unless you're just paying attention. Yeah, that's great. Please stop talking to me. Thanks. A story negative for Chrono Trigger. Did I just... Okay, whatever. Actually, I have, Jay Palmer. Story negative... I mean, I just said this earlier, Mr. Ed. Pandaria is a perfect new player experience. Even if you haven't done Wrath and Cata, actually BC, Wrath, and Cata, all of which lead into Pandaria, Pandaria itself does a pretty good job of getting across all you need to know. I can prove this, because I know players who have taken my advice and jumped into Pandaria as their first expansion, and they have picked up on things like that. I mean, the lore run's still there, Lord Harriman. It's all good in the hood. So I don't know what to do with this stupid thing, so we're going to talk to this person. What's up? I could eat anything. Just give me some food. Okay. Have some food. Oh, I won't die just yet. Lady, you're dead. Thanks, Stella. It's better than I thought it could be. But then again, you've always been a wonder in the kitchen. Don't forget, spirits don't run on sunshine and water. We need a good meal once in a while. It'll be up to you to understand who's fond of what. As for me, I'm sure you remember I've always loved comfort food. I would die for a cup of coffee. But I'm not that picky. I can eat anything. Just never the same thing twice. Oh, and here's something I was supposed to give you. I'm not sure what it is, but an obol is a symbol of passage. It's a fee each spirit has to pay you. Yeah, I get it. I'm Charon. But something tells me you already knew that. Okay, let's keep improving this craft. Blueprint, field, garden, grow, build, field, linen, craft, field, seeds, island, Moss-Tine Cave, go, do. Okay, cool. All of WoW's material is in the game. Ironically, of all the problems WoW has, there are several. That's not one of them. Now, the problem with WoW's story is you have to go finding it. It's a little Dark Soulsy. So, first of all, you don't need any knowledge from Warcraft 1, and you really don't need any knowledge from Warcraft 2. Warcraft 3 could be considered to help, but honestly, no. You could jump into WoW and not need anything from Warcraft 1 through 3 at all. And yeah, even vanilla actually still exists. That is truth. It's just not the same. I forgot to tell you about this. As you can see, the boat stops at night. I believe it's a side effect of your Everlight being light, or some other technicality. It'll allow people to sleep undisturbed. You, in the meantime, can do anything you want. Tackle unfinished business, check out or chill under the stars. I suggest you sleep. You'll wake up refreshed and ready again. You know me, waking on time has never been my forte. You can ring the bell to wake people up, only you can do it at our time. Early morning should do the tricks. Speaking of which, time for your night. Good night. Okay, cool. Go away. I mean, Cho'Gall is a fairly major character in WoW, but knowing who he was in Warcraft 2 is not going to help you understand that. You know what I mean? Same thing with Grom, who was also from Warcraft 2, the expansion specifically. Oh, okay, fine. I have no idea, Rain 36. I really don't. A while. Yeah, when it's done. I'm glad I decided to not start the Mario reviews this week, by the way. I would not want to be streaming Mario right now. That I don't know, Ross. It is honestly one of the big questions. Because, yeah, it's entirely possible that WoW will take less time than FF14, despite being longer. Popcorn. I haven't 100% decided. I might go ahead and stream God of War 5 to get it out of the way. I think it depends on how long Spiritfarer takes. This is an I'm not sure how long it's going to be kind of a game. I need 2 more limestone and a bunch of maple logs. No, I just fixed the queue up this morning, actually. 35 hours. Holy crap. Okay, never mind. That's way longer than I was thinking. This is not a game I would expect to be a long game. God, 35. That's insane. Speaking of which, let's put the controller down for a few minutes. What's the speedrun of this game? Yeah, I pushed Odyssey out. I decided to make Odyssey its own thing. I don't know if you saw my debate about that. But ultimately, as much as it would be fun to go straight from Mario 3D World, you know, the 3D block, into Odyssey, the fact of the matter is Odyssey can stand on its own. Besides, Mario 3D World actually has more in common with the 2D Marios than the 3Ds. In fact, actually, it would probably be better to go straight from Galaxy 2 to Odyssey. 6 hours? 6 hours? What have I signed up for? Oh my god. What? No. Go. The last time I played Yoshi's Island for real was back when I was doing some speedrun attempts of it. So that was a long time ago. Like, years and years ago. I'm gonna stop reading this out loud, by the way. If that's cool with everyone. Not how I would have done that, but okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure I charged 35 hours for the game. But still, that's just... I guess... I find it hard to believe this game is that long. This does not look like a game that's going to be longer than 10 hours. The idea of this being 35 hours is insanity. I'm honestly trying to figure out how there could be that much content in this game. And the back of my brain is just going off with massive alarm bells saying, padding! 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 In the back of my brain, and I'm hoping that that's just a false positive, because holy crap. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not going to judge anything too harshly right now, obviously. It's just... That's a bit of a shock to the system. Like, when I was hearing 35 hours, I was sort of thinking like an RPG, or... I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. Not this. I mean, I can give my cat a hug, for God's sakes. Why is this a 35-hour game? Okay. Oh, God, Ross, that would be a no. There's a certain je ne sais quoi to it. Really? Raccoon Incorporated, a shady retail franchise with very loose moral values. The fastest game I've ever reviewed? Well, let's assume we're only counting current games. In which case, the answer would be... let's plant some corn. Some coffee beans. Some linen. Yeah, there we go. Oh, more jellyfish. More resources, too. Unfortunately, I've got to pause the game to go find out the answer to your question. But that's okay, it should only take me a second. The fastest game that I have ever reviewed, under the current system, is Helltaker, which was 1.87 hours. Then Mega Man 5, Tiny and Big, Gone Home, Super Mario Bros. 2, A Short Hike, Portal 1, Mega Man 3, Mega Man 6, Magic Circle, Mega Man 2, Gree, Mega Man 4, Mummy Demastered, Mega Man 11, Mega Man 8, Mega Man X1, hang on, Once Upon a Jester, Super Mario Bros. 3, Mega Man 1, Nefarious, Firewatch, Real Mist, Mega Man X3, Mega Man X2, Bloodstained 2, Bloodstained 1, Mega Man 7, Super Mario World, Thomas Was Alone, and all of those are less than 5 hours. And Baldur's Gate 3... Hang on, let's switch this. At the longest end of the spectrum, we've got Baldur's Gate, not counting MMOs, we've got Baldur's Gate 3, and then Pokemon Shield, Elden Ring, Heroes of Might and Magic 5, Dragon Age Inquisition, and Cyberpunk 2077, all of which are 80+. Oh. What? Oh, they need water. I don't have water. Persona 5 has not been reviewed under the current system. So... end statement. I have no idea how long the Persona 5 run was. Best WoW boss? Oh, I don't know. I can't answer that. You gotta limit me to at least an expansion. Or a raid. Wait, I can use the Everlight to generate water? I can. That's... not... okay. Okay, best Kata boss. Let me chew on that for a second. $120 hours, goddamn. Ridiculous. I'm torn between Heroic Ragnaros and Heroic Cho'Gall, both of which are excellent fights. Firelands was a good raid in general, and frankly, so was the Twilight Bastion. The last raid in Kata, not so much. That's, rushed is what I would call that. I actually stopped right around Firelands, J. Palmer. In fact, for all intents and purposes, my hardcore raiding career ended with Firelands. Does Dragon Soul have any good bosses? Honestly, random Twitface you don't even remember the name of is probably one of the better bosses in that raid, just from a purely gameplay perspective. The Frost Shaman. Yeah, in Malygos's place. I was actually thinking about Ultraxion as well. He's got a decent gimmick, and I enjoy how he kind of forces the party to adjust to him. I do it in order, right, 36. No. Paranoid Android. The Loa of Blood was not a good person. I know. Try to be shocked. Favorite boss in Ulduar? I mean, that's a gimme. No lights, Yogg Saron. It's not even a question, to be honest. Any plans to do a Lorecraft post-Legion? No. Lorecraft is concluded. I'm quite happy with it. Yogg, I mean, Yogg's just the best boss in there. But if I have to pick the second best boss in Ulduar 25, or rather in Ulduar, that's actually a tough one. They're all good stuff in their own ways. I admit a particular fondness, though, for Memoron. So I think I'm going to go with that. 4 Phases of Hell. Best Wrath boss fight? Who isn't the Lich King? Because it's the Lich King. That's not bias. He's a great fight. Correct, Jay Palmer. Lovely place, really. Oh, Jesus, they're way up there. No! Wait, come back. My delicious money. No! I'm currently role-playing as an EA executive, as you can see. Or a Warner Brothers executive. Or an anything executive, really. Interesting decision to make farming, like, this horrific. Not sure what I think about it. Their boss in the tournament. Heroic Anubarak. Easy answer. That's a fun, mean fight. I used to heal it on a druid. If you know what that means. Well, give me a sec to think about that. See, how would I rank them? So, Anubarak, Heroic. At the top, obviously. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Honestly, I would go ahead and go with the PvP fight next. It's a really good fight. As much as it's irritating on several levels. That's going to be a negative to story, plus to gameplay kind of a fight. And then... Then I'd probably go with Jaraxxus. Not just for the memes. Yeah, it's stupid no matter what side you're on. I will allow it. And then I'll make fun of you for it. Thanks for that. And then the Beasts of. They're all good fights. The tournament, despite being kind of the filler arc, is good stuff from a gameplay perspective, which is going to describe WoW in a nutshell right there. This is stupid, but it's a good fight. I'm going to put a raid leader on my resume and have it actually work. Nope. about looking for the right house to start a family. My wife sent me to find something that fits our needs. A garden, a pool. I'm not asking much. I know you can't help, but it helps to say out loud. Yeah, sure. Why are you stinking? Take a look at this shrine. It's simply stunning. Some object in the world of Metro. Okay, so we need more people to upgrade shrines. Cool. We get double jump if we get our next one. Nice. So we need to make someone else happy. So we're going to turn it into the Lich King. No, we're going to turn it into Davy Jones. Walk up to someone and say, "Life is cruel! Why should the afterlife be any different?" And then torture people to death for centuries. Jesus. That's, expensive as... Oh, it's 50. That's why it's so expensive. I was like, why does that cost 10 times what I have right now? That costs a lot more than 10 times. I do not have that kind of money. Those prices are out of control. Yeah. Yes, obliterate the merchant. Theodore, I know what you're doing here. And you should be ashamed of yourself, you trash panda. People like you are the reason we have middle fingers. Ouch. Madam, what's the meaning of this? My friend here is the new Spiritfarer. But she's not a newbie, and neither am I. That little scam of yours won't work on us. But I can assure you my business practices are quite above... I know that probably says bored, but I'm assuming that says booty. My business practices are quite above booty. Be warned, you treacherous striped weasel. I won't tolerate this behavior one more second. No more shenanigans, no more double crosses. Fair prices. Stop being dishonest at once. Next time I see you, I'll try being nicer. You start being smarter. Got it? Yes, of course. I promise I'll adjust my pricklies. I beg you, please don't scold anymore. I'll even give you discount. Hey, you. Yes, you. Your friend really gave that... You both look like you could join the upstairs crew. You want to come up, don't? I can see it in your eyes. I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty being up here. Yeah, all the best people are you. I just... Negative to gameplay. Improper UI scaling. Don't get too excited, thou. Oh god, it's Gao. Some idiot broke the lad. Oh no! What did they do to him? You'd have to be able to Jew inhumanly high to make. I guess you can also... Oh god, I just realized what that sounded like. I could also use the "in that house." But some other idiot lost the... Well, anyway, see ya. Upstairs crew forever. Wow, it's informative. Hey, more reasonable prices. Okay. Okay, that was cute. Yeah, I caught that, man, did he? I hate if people know where I live. If you know my address, you'll tell people. Then I'll tell people. I just don't want junk mail. Oh, I'm going to send you all the junk mail now. Junk mail for the dead. There's a nightmare. poached fruit. Straight from the king's forest. Okay. I mean, probably Zactaf. It wouldn't surprise me if that kind of thing is actually in the DC universe somewhere. If you take the heavy weapons proficiency from the mountain gnome race, there's a nifty synergy with level 3 rogue ability Eviscerate. It's a bit weird, but hey, 5d20 and auto crit on prone can't be defeated, am I right? Well, that's still way too expensive. Okay, well, we're done here for the time being. We don't have the money for the key, and we don't have anybody who can pick up for the ship. So let's just get out of here. That sounds about right, Gum Gum. I'm sorry. What? That's the wrong button. Buy some seeds for my field. Okay. Starting to see why this is a 35-hour game. Carrots. There. Quest complete. What, do I have to buy another seed? Okay, fine. There. I have bought 2 seeds. Only 2 coffee out of that? Oh, wow. That's not great. Alright. My gardening knowledge is as limited as my father's empathy. Right. We have to find more people. I guess. Okay. Eighth, lightning. Sweet. Do love lightning. Well, we could go around the lightning, or we could go through it. Let's do it. Yep, time to earn Lulu's weapon. How does light generate water? This pitch meeting guy would say, hey, shut up. Okay, it's cool. Well, maybe I could catch different things in different weather. That's a thing, right? I mean, we're dead, so... Nope, still herrings. Aww. Storm's already over. I'm actually sad. We probably have time for one more. We made it to Hellsville. Also known as Barkensheim Creek. Barkensheim? I don't know. I can't do pronunciations. It's Kate Sith, obviously. I'm sorry, that's a joke. Please don't destroy me. Please don't cancel me, Twitter. I couldn't handle it if the program I don't even use anymore canceled me. So, are you still there, Ross? Because I actually had a more extensive answer to you, and I never got around to it, because I was juggling like 5 things at the time. I think it was Ross who asked that. Maybe it was Lord Harrimont? God, I don't know. Somebody asked me something. You were asking about Pokemon Gen 2? There's a list of games I have, mental list, I don't actually have it written down, of games that I have no real interest in streaming because they suck for one reason or another, either to stream or to get on, board or whatever. Hey, it's a frog. But because they are historically significant or because of, like, personal significance or whatever, for one ephemeral reason or another, I would like to review someday. Because of the fact that, because of the aforementioned significance, that's kind of where the early Pokemon games land for me. It would be neat to actually review Gen 1 Pokemon. But, I mean, it's Gen 1 Pokemon, and right now I'm falling further and further behind. I have a 35-hour game to go through right now. And, of course, I think I just skipped a tutorial. God of War 5 was just funded, Dragon's Dogma was just funded, so that kind of stuff is way lower priority. It's like lowest priority right now. It's like WoW Vanilla, right? Yeah, sure, I'll review that someday. So I found your lemon. I just need to find a tissue. I don't want to get berry juice all over it. Never mind. Just hold on to that lemon for me. Don't go and squeeze it. Wait a minute. Maybe you can help me. This island's fresh out of food. My stomach always feels empty. With cooking, fishing, building. I don't have spices and tools, but I'll make it work. Don't think about it. Let's just get to your boat. Okay. Origami? No. Right now we're going through WoW, then we're going through DOS 2, and then we're going through Neverwinter Nights 1. And I think we got like 7 other games to go through before we even touch something like Origami. Oh, wow. This boat is amazing. Here comes a real kicker, you little rascal. Get ready for a family reunion. It's me, Frogman! Toadman, actually, from Mega Man 4. It's me, your uncle. Surprised? Yeah, my whole family is apparently dead. I've been on that island for a while now. Can't wait to see the sights and see you with you. I was lonely with my thoughts. Now I got you, Sprout. Let's set sail for a great adventure. Wait. Is that, where are you going? Where are you going? Back here. Where are you going? I'm telling you, the house burned down, and that's the plot. That's the premise. That's a Seamaster 2000. I've actually never seen it in action. I've only heard the rumors. Apparently you can catch the biggest and brightest fish out there. Wow, you sure know how to treat yourself. Wait a darn second, you're missing a few bolts. Let me guess, you've been fishing out mostly garbage. Well, not anymore. You'll see the difference immediately. Give it a go. Sure. Hey, Bragman. Wait, what? What happened? I look away for literally a second and something happens. I don't even see what happened. Ah, okay. My line can turn red. That's new. We got a squid. Hey, 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 Uncle. They never stood a chance. You sure don't mess around. That's what makes you a pro. All this ace-level fishing has got me all rattled up. Which reminds me, I had this shiny thing in my pockets. I don't know what it is. Maybe you can hold on to it. I need to take a breather. Oh, and by the way, you might be curious, and I've already tried, but yeah, the water is very salty. Peace. Hey, an opal. Yep, time to play Splatoon 3. But first, we're gonna cook a squid. Go for it, Czar. I mean, I don't know what it is. Or do I? Oh, it's our soul? I can see that. Although, how did we get it from Charon, then? Charon? What you been doing? Squid skewer. Well, they're both asleep, so screw 'em. Let them rot. Let them suffer. For I am Davy Jones. Love eating people. Quick, jump in the water. There's wreckage. Oh, this is the tutorial on the thing I've done like 5 times already. Thanks, Uncle. Appreciate you. You can catch different fish when it rains. You lied to me, game. Well, let's see if we can get a rainy fish. Wait, why am I eating calories, Gum Gum? Where's calories coming from? That's true, Anditty. We have the junk road. Oh, I can see it. Up. Trying to make me fail at catching a fish. I see how it is, Gum Gum. Is it worth eating a hamburger that's 9,000 calories? No. I mean, maybe like a third or a fourth of that, sure. Take one bite, oh, and you're good for the day. Jeez, we're nowhere. Which movie, Mike Kamano? Would you believe that doesn't narrow it down? I believe you, Mike Kamano, but that doesn't help me at all. That's what I call a storm. Any respectable person would never let their friend get hit by lightning. But I think you should try. If you have the Everlight, it'll protect you. The lightning bolt will cast sparkles when they're about to hit. Rush towards those. If you have an empty bottle, you can get lightning in a bottle. Okay. Looking for sparkles. I don't see any. I don't see any. Oh, up there. By the power of Grayskull! No one, Gum Gum. I got better things to do with my life than slap people. More like I'm hitting lightning, but yeah. I wasn't sure if you're going to make it. You gave your old uncle quite a scare. Did you feel that rumble? What a rush. You looked awesome catching all those bolts of lightning. Thanks for being the best captain ever. Yep. Already on my way. They're even auto watered because it's raining. Hey, Scales of Justice. What are you doing? The WoW expansion I feel most nostalgic for. Well, if you've heard me yammer on too long, which you probably have, I don't really get nostalgia. So that's my answer. Null. My answer to you, Gum Gum, is spoon! Oh, we can double jump now. Cool. You made it. Wicked moves getting up here. Kinda lied earlier. It's not so great up here. You're here, so it might get better. I don't have a membership card. You'll be an honorary member. I'll show you the secret handshake, but I don't know where your hands have been. Hey! My sister keeps asking me for money. How do I say no without saying no? Maybe I should ask someone to rob me. I just don't want to loan my sister money. Is that a... Why is that... So every creature in Asheron's Call has a footstep sound. And one of those is this really deep, bassy, meaty thunka thunka thunka. That's for Tuskers. So let me tell you, one of my favorite sounds in Asheron's Call is thunka 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 thunka. Whap! And then you die. It may not be based on true story. I assume you're busy? Of course you're busy. Wait a second. You don't have a full-service kitchen. Come back when you do. Okay. Elitist much. I thought I was elitist. I mean, yeah, it's pretty easy, my kimono. But, you know, death is cool. Oh, you gave me such a fright. That cat, he looks familiar. Daffodil, is that you? Oh, it is. You're ever so silky, aren't you? And that must mean Stella. Is that you? What a fantastic turn of events. Is that your boat over there? You've come to rescue me again, I see. Oh, not so fast. This time I'll be doing the teaching. You can bet on it. Let's get going then. We have some lessons to go through. Okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure that if most people tried to play Asheron's Call right now, which you could, thanks to, you know, emulation, you'd probably get sick of it inside of an hour at the absolute outside. Which is... It's not a good game. It never was. Color Cry 1. Gum gum. Oh, this air, all this open space. I could feel I could grow quite nicely here. Look at me, I'm flowering already. Who are you? Oh, you're a snake. Ah, getting out of this chrysalis. What a feeling. Thank you, Stella. Well, now we have a snake, a deer, and a frog. This can't go badly. Oh, a garden. Ah, just I was about to reprimand you for the lack of greenery on your boat. I like how part of her tail is forming her arm, and then the rest of her tail is forming her other arm. You've already put together a wonderful little garden. Yes, I feel you'll be an excellent student. Just makes about ready for our first lesson. Make sure there's some seeds. Okay. The world has some strange rules, as you've probably already noticed. Yeah, because we're dead! I've always been a preacher for love towards all living beings. For you, see, a garden is a vessel of our love, a mirror we hold to ourselves. This seems truer now more than ever. Back on my island, when I was lonely, I sang to the flowers, and as expected, they grew much more vigorously. For trial and error, I've managed to write a little song. Plants seem to react particularly well to it. I want to test that observation with you. Go in the garden. Try playing this piece with your crops. Oh, what if you'd let me, game? Game. 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 There we go. Have you seen how the plants swayed and grew as you entertained them? Isn't that fabulous? As I suspected, emotions in this world manifest themselves more vividly. I'll make sure to spread the word of this fascinating discovery. Who knows? Other passengers might know how to play some music, too. It might help if in a good enough mood. Speaking of which, in all the commotion the last few days, I forgot something. Here's this is for you. An obol. The fee of the ferryman. You did good. Now we got a real boat going. You'll have to take care of these new passengers now. They'll be the one testing your patience, not me. For all that, I have something to ask you. You might have noticed it now, but sleeping in the guest house is not an ideal scenario for any of us. Especially since it's getting crowded. Look, I'm not complaining. You've been terrific, and it would be terribly rude of me to blame you for anything. But, give me a space of my own. A nice little house. Unpretentious, sophisticated, cozy vibe. A space where I could read and unwind, far from the turmoil of the deck. I'd like to see something with alpine flair. Won't be pushy, but I'd be delightful if you could build it for me. Okay. Well, what nonsense is this going to require? Oh, well, that's not too bad. And you said you wanted it up, so up you shall have. Oh, this is outstanding. It really does wonders to have a place of your own. Doesn't it remind you of my old condo in Waverly? Probably the only place where I could get some peace and quiet. Ah, oh, thank you, old friend. Oh, what? Take a look at your blueprint station. It's nice, I suppose. But, you know what make it even greater? More plans, bigger buildings, better pencils. I'm just saying. You should go to Albert's. Well, that's going to require money. Oh. Let's see, we should cook... Oh, I don't know, let's cook shrimp.
Hello?
Or my niece.
Hello?
I think we'll cook my
Hello,
niece.
I need urgency.
Oh.
I need a present bag.
Oh, I'm ready to die, Magister. Can we do that? Is that acceptable? Ah. I already jotted down music. I already jotted down animation. I can die when I'm dead. And then I'll get back up. Get right back to work. I got stuff to do. Oh yeah, I should jot down a padding negative. Most specifically a seconds and minutes negative. I've already noticed, like an hour in, or 2 hours in, that there is a lot of little seconds and minutes in like every animation. What is that? Like that little animation right there, right? Shing. It does seem like a chill game. Unfortunately, chill games have a common tendency to not score much. So we'll see how this one manages. Not badly, just not much. There's just not a lot of meat on the bones of games like these. It's just been revoked, Gum Gum, and that's a lie. That's not my favorite. I don't have a favorite. Alright, let's make some coffee. I feel bad for this woman. We haven't made her coffee yet. See, Stardew Valley, I could feel you on that, but Stardew Valley actually had a lot of gameplay to it. Like, a deceptive amount of gameplay to it. I actually commented on that during the run. Not saying it's a perfect game, but, you know. Alright, so what happened? Ah. So we need the icebreaker to go north. Okay, that tracks. Okay, in that case, let's go here. Someone asked me earlier if I could come up with a negative to story for Chrono Trigger. Sure I can. Chrono Cross. Well, we lost so much time today, I'm trying to make up at least a little bit of it. You can like Chrono Cross as much as you want. I'm happy about that. But you can't tell me that it doesn't, like, retroactively ruin Chrono Trigger. Because it does. But I'm joking, anyways. I've actually been sitting on that one for a bit, ever since he asked that question. Because I can think of several not positives to Chrono Trigger, but a downright negative? That's hard to come by. There's not a lot of bad story in Chrono Trigger. Like, even some of the things that could be argued to be bad aren't. They're just not good. Last week I've been having strange dreams of a giant snake and of menacing reefs and of rotten fruit. I think it's the air of the sea or the mystical energies of the Everlight. Anyways, I'm convinced my dreams are visions! I've been looking at your map. My eyes keep being drawn to a specific spot that I have marked. You should go visit. Okay, sure. Shrimp cocktail. Woo. Actually, the scale of Chrono Trigger is better than how most fiction does it, so no real negatives there. Hey, I got a gift for you. Coffee. Now, this is one damn fine cup of coffee. I can't tell you how many cups of coffee I've had in my life, but this is certainly my favorite of them all. And she's got some cake for some reason. Thank you very much, Stella. You're welcome. A negative to FF6's story? Actually, I do have one, but it's quite a ways in, and I don't want to spoil that for you. I have one right off the top of my head. In fact, I have two. Although they're technically the same negative. We'll debate that when we get there. The Chrono Trigger? Figaro Castle, second half of the game, Bledgerville. Right? I mean, yeah, okay. Immediate. Yep, that's a negative. Carrots. I am now happy. I have carrots. Green Halton Bay discovered. Chrono Trigger has the benefit of being a very tight game. Something I talk about a lot is how a game can be, well, not bad. I'm saying that wrong. Not a lot. It doesn't do a lot. But simply by virtue of having done so little, it usually doesn't have as many negatives. Usually a first game like Mega Man 1 or Dragon Quest 1 or eventually Final Fantasy 1. Chrono Trigger, however, is one of those rare exceptions where they managed to have a very tight game and also have quality to it. That is an extraordinary exception. Mega Man 5 would be a good example of that. Hello, Evo. You're, at an interesting point in time here. The biggest time shift in the extant? Does 0 count? There's no time shift. At all. Yeah, I feel absolutely terrible, Eva. I've only been streaming for about an hour. Give you an idea of it. Well, more like 3 hours, but whatever. Yeah, I came here to catch the cheese, but I forgot my axe. Yeah, that's weird. Let's go rip down all these trees. Well, like, the first thing that came to my mind immediately as a negative to story for Chrono Trigger is Maral'S disappearance at the beginning of the game. The problem is, the more you look at it, the more it makes sense that it's actually a prompted event and not a natural event. Because that kind of thing never happens the entire rest of the game. And it only serves the purpose of starting the entire adventure. It's functionally the first domino. If Marl didn't disappear, then none of the rest of the game happens. So, and I talked about this during my lore run, the idea there is pretty obvious. The entity, who we know the identity of at this point, is probably someone who specifically drew her away for the explicit purpose of starting the adventure. You know, getting the adventurers on their path to questing. But the problem is, nothing really says that explicitly, and that might just be headcanon. And so it's debatable if the game gets credit for that, because if that is headcanon, then that's actually bad writing, to be blunt, because it's convenient as hell. And it, again, only happens once, when it's needed to start the adventure. Having said that, you know me. Well, no, you don't. Nobody knows me. But there's something I talk about a lot called writer factor, which is how much you trust a writer. So if you trust a writer a lot, then stuff like that is probably deliberate. And if you trust them very little, it's probably just a coincidence. The writing in Chrono Trigger is very tight. So I think there's at least a decent amount of feasibility to say that, no, it probably actually is something that was intended by the writers, and that's why it only happens the one time and in the manner that it does. Kind of speaking around spoilers here. Something in Warcraft I would consider as headcanon. Actually, no. During the WoW lore run, one of the biggest things that irritated me was people kept telling me, oh, you're just talking headcanon. But actually, no. That was a lore run. I don't do headcanon for lore runs. So that was just an insult. Quartz Dragon. Right. The art style's terrible. It's garbage. I spit on it. Now, if you were drawing this, oh, that would be amazing. No, it's not. I'm just joking, Evo. Christ. Here, have some grilled veggies. Yeah, you know what? Let's headcanon the jailer out of existence. There you go, bam. New headcanon. Done. Evo, I've seen your drawing. You're better than this. Shut up. Okay, so. Let's see what this is. You know what I find funniest is, to date, as of this moment in time, one of the things that has yet to be retconned in Warcraft is how time travel works. I keep waiting for them to retcon that, and they still haven't. It's kind of funny. It's been consistent since BC. I find it especially funny because most people don't know how to keep time travel rules consistent. Looking at you, Star Trek. And yet somehow Warcraft has maintained it the whole time. Alright, let's see what this quartz dragon is. Whoa, we're already passing it. Yeah. Hi. Hello? Hello? I guess it's inevitable it'd be here. Following me, even in this world. Our destinies, well, they're intertwined, are they not? Still, for all the harm it's done me, it looks quite in pain, doesn't it? The rocks on its back seem to be oozing with corruption. Perhaps chipping away at them might soothe it. All creatures deserve love and care. I don't know, man. Did that help? Did that hurt? Are you okay, sir? Yeah, Urel's gone. What's funny is, we don't even know if there was a prime timeline Urel. How's that for a fun thought? Getting a lot of quartz out of this, that's for certain. Is that better, sir? Do you feel better? Can I get it back on my ship, please? Thank you. Looks relieved, doesn't it? I wonder what it means. If we're ever to cross this dragon's path again, I think we should help it. However I might feel about it. For now, though, I need some time to collect my thoughts. Thank you, Stella. Mood down. Oh, great. Exactly what I wanted in my life. They arguably shouldn't, Mr. Red. That timeline is gone. If they do, congratulations, they finally retconned time travel. Can I think of a thing that FF14 does better than WoW? I can think of a lot of things FF14 does better than WoW. But let's try to split this up a little bit. So we've got gameplay, and we've got story. So, gameplay-wise, FF14's roulette system is much better than WoW's. Because WoW doesn't even have it. So there you go, there's that. Story-wise, I would say the consistent main cast thing. Well, no, I'm actually going to walk that back. Just consistency across expansions. Because WoW had consistency across expansions. And then it stopped from after Legion. Like, BC to Wrath, to Cata to Pandaria to Warlords to Legion is one story arc. It really is. It's actually, excuse me, vanilla to BC to Wrath to Cata to Pandaria to Warlords to Legion is one story arc. And it is. It's not as well laid out as it should be, because they didn't start labeling MSQ until Legion or BFA, I forget which. But there is actually a strong narrative thread going through all that. I can even tell you about it from memory. I did a Lorecraft series. Go watch it. But then they stopped. No, BFA actually did have an MSQ thing. It was just not very well labeled. You remember that? It was in the upper right. It was like the war story, something like that. Like, just to name one small example of what I'm talking about. I can't think of his goddamn name. The Flame Druid in Firelands. Help me out. What's his name? I can't think of his damn name. Thandrel. Thandrel is a persistent plot thread across multiple expansions, for example. And Cataclysm itself did a lot of really good stuff with regards to keeping track of its own internal continuity. Like, elements and plot points convey across Cata. It's really well done. And, of course, a lot of those lead into Pandaria. And Warlords, for all it seems to not fit, honestly fits pretty well if you consider it as a guidance story to the main game. Especially if you consider the actual timeline. Not a lot of people realize this. But check this. So imagine you're in the Prime timeline, okay? So you're here, and stuff's going forward, and then you've ended Pandaria. Okay, we've got a tentative peace between the Horde and Alliance. The Night Elves are going to allow, harvesting at the borders of the Ashen Vale, which sounds like such a minor thing. It's a huge setting thing. In fact, it is the reason the Hellscream War started. So they decide to bend on that. Cool. And then we get attacked out of absolutely freaking nowhere from the Dark Portal. That's weird. Okay, we're going to go deal with that. A few days pass, and then the Burning Legion invades. Because Warlords happened over there. From this timeline's perspective, when we concluded Warlords and came back, that's when Gul'dan came back, right? Alternate Gul'dan. So we go through the portal, and then alternate Gul'dan comes back out, like, again, days later. And it's like, hey, goes to the island, fires it up, opens the Fel portal, and the Third Legion invasion begins. And if you think about it from that perspective, it makes a lot more sense. But again, the game doesn't convey that well, which I suppose is the ultimate point I'm trying to reach. FF14 does a better job of conveying its story than WoW does. Does that answer you, Valerian? Most people don't get lost playing FF14's story, but a lot more people aren't even aware of the story of WoW. Even though WoW, I'm going to get some hackles for this, in many ways has a better overall story than FF14. In terms of, its meat content, in terms of the actual core story. I suppose one other thing FF14 does better than WoW is, in FF14 and WoW both, they like to have the big Hollywood moments. You know the ones. Thing is, FF14 usually earns those, and WoW usually doesn't. Now, there's exceptions on both sides. Sometimes FF14 is just like, blah, 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 and sometimes WoW actually freaking earns it. But usually FF14 nails that better. Usually there's some actual build-up to a big moment in FF14, whereas in WoW, usually there isn't. Oh, man. Two favorite classes in Guild Wars 2. Gunnar is a Hollywood moment, but I think that one's earned, personally. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Red. Loktar, yes, it has, Blade to All. Loktar is an earned moment. Absolutely. It's one of the best moments in the... I am my scars is another earned moment while we're on the subject. Oh, I feel terrible, Castry. I wish Eva was here. I could ask her a question. But, okay, so we will never be slaves is not a good moment. But we are... Draenor is free. That's an unearned moment. That just comes out of nowhere like, what? It's honestly one of the dumbest scenes in the entire game. Not the dumbest, but it's definitely one of the dumbest. That's like multiple negatives. That scene is so dumb. Yeah, no, that scene sucks, Bragwin. It's just... Yeah, WoW likes its trailer moments, and it can be good, and it can be bad. Now, I know what you're saying. Well, now I've got to give a moment where FF14 didn't earn it, and if I'm being honest, I can't think of one off the top of my head. Like, the final walk across the bridge at the end of Heavensward, that is an earned moment. What I actually like to call the Star Destroyer moment. But... unearned, help me out. What's an unearned? Because I know there are a few. I even gave them negatives when we were reviewing F14. I just can't think of any right now. Because it's the exception instead of the rule. The actual final boss of Endwalker? Yeah, I could see that. Oh, hello. In fact, now that you say that, I can think of several moments in Endwalker, which I will of course not spoil, which I feel like were a bit too Hollywoody, too trailer bait, without actually earning it. Yeah, like the final fight is a good example of that. But again, the catch here, the difference is that in FF14, that's the exception instead of the rule. It would almost be interesting to actually sit down and count how many earned versus unearned moments there are in both MMOs, you know? Well, that's StarCraft, Gum Gum. But that's a good damn moment. In universe and out. Let's see if we can afford anything, shall we? You know what? Yeah, anything involving Ranjit. That's a great example of that. There were several moments with Ranjit and Thancred, which some people in chat were arguing for positives. And I was like, no, because they didn't earn it, because the scene sucked. And we ended up giving a positive and a negative, I believe. Positive for the scene, negative for not earning it. Apparently, Hey, Evo, are you there? Damn it, I lost Evo. Well, whatever, I'm gonna tell the joke anyways. They recently fired a guy from the popcorn factory. It's because he was sleeping on the cob. Yeah, no, that's a dumb scene, Gum Gum. That's a negative to story scene. Yeah, that was a pretty corny joke. I apologize. What in God's name is that?
Oh. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah.
What in the world? He's a merchant. And he sells stuff. He can also sell us stuff, including empty bottles for cheap too. I'm gonna buy all those. You missed it, Evo. You missed it. Friendship points gone. I do like how it says should be sold on it. Damn, that was a lot of money. Well, Maria, who's a good friend of mine, was telling me a joke recently, Evo. You ready for this? I recently got fired from the popcorn factory because I was sleeping on the cob. No obliteration is amazing. Yeah, just do a drawing of me zonked down on a corner of the cob, and nobody will get the joke. I hope food doesn't go bad in this game. Listen, I'm just gonna torture myself to death, if that's okay with everybody. You all cool with that? Cool. Alright. So a windmill, huh? I need linen for that. Well, good news is I can make a loom now. That also means I need to get more linen. In general. That's fine. You can tell I'm fine because my throat's starting to give out again. Yeah, I guess I am an hour over my usual cutoff point. I should probably go ahead and chop off. Tomorrow, I might stream. I'm not going to promise anything at this point. I'll see you guys.